student. This is a class of accountancy, and we are going through the chapter accounts for incomplete records. All the numerical problem, different type of numerical problem already happened. Today we will discuss some of theoretical portion for this chapter. Okay. So there is a Debargo is there. Am I audible to everybody? Debargo, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Puritos, yes, sir. Okay.
Not visible.
Write in your chat box. Now, first is what is incomplete records? State the meaning of incomplete records. First is, what would be the answer? Accounts
Board is not visible.
that are not recorded as per the double entry system are known as incomplete records. So what is incomplete records? So that's account that are not recorded as per the double entry system. Okay, double entry system, how actually we recorded the things, that is one should be debited and one should be credited. Debargo, board is not visible. Board is clearly visible. Now we can look the board. Debargo. Cannot see the board. But board is visible. Can you actually hear me? Am I audible to you? Okay. Puritos, can you see the board? Puritos. Yes, Puritos can see. Debargo, that just you have some technical problem maybe. You just cut the call and join again. You can see the board. Probably you can see. Now next is very important question, that is difference between statement of affairs and balance sheet. In incomplete records, we actually use statement of affairs instead of balance sheet. Now statement of affairs I already discussed, that is the resemble of balance sheet, not a balance sheet. Okay. So difference between statement of affairs and balance sheet. Now one is statement of affairs in left side, and right side is balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet you already know. In final account, when final account has done, the balance sheet you have already done. Now statement of affairs, when there is a incomplete records, so different numerical problem, you can see there is a statement of affairs you have to make. Okay. Now first is on the basis of objective. It is prepared to determine the amount of capital at a particular date, So statement of affairs, it is prepared to determine the amount of capital at a particular date. So when there is a numerical problem you have gone through, you can see there is a opening capital, closing capital we need. For that we make the statement of affairs. But balance sheet, for balance sheet, actually what is the objective to make balance sheet? Balance sheet, it is prepared to ascertain the true financial position. So what is the asset and liabilities of the company or organization? Actually we reveal in a balance sheet. So actually his objective is to reveal the financial position, but statement of affairs we actually made in single entry system, that is same what we can say, the accounts from incomplete records mean we are following the single entry system. Okay. So here the main purpose of making statement of affairs is to determine the amount of capital. Okay. So next is number 2, it is based on estimates. It is based on estimates. Hence, it is less reliable. Okay. Now, in case of statement balance sheet, it is based on sophisticated. It is based on sophisticated and well developed principles. Hence it is more reliable. Hence it is more reliable. Okay. So second is it is based on estimate, hence it is less reliable. Why it is based on estimate? Because in single entry system, most of the time, who actually maintains single entry system? That is the small vegetable shop, small grocery shop, actually small businessmen. Okay, they actually not properly maintain double entry system. They, whatever they sell, whatever they purchase, all are they actually write down in a diary. Okay, so from that the actual value, they do not make any journal, ledger. Okay, so proper balances of the different account we cannot get. But in case of balance sheet, the double entry system we follow, and from the ledger we actually make the trial balance, and after trial balance we take all the balances to the balance sheet. So here the reliability will be more. Okay, so reliability of the balance sheet is more than the statement of affairs. Now, point number 3, it is prepared from incomplete records of business transaction under single entry system. Under single entry system. Okay. It is prepared from incomplete records, statement of affairs, that is when the single entry system is maintained, then we actually make statement of affairs, because to reveal or ascertain the capital. And when balance sheet is actually made, it is prepared when accounts are maintained, when accounts are maintained under double entry system. Okay, so it is based on sophisticated and well developed. Actually, it is prepared when accounts are maintained under double entry system. So, for the big organization who actually maintain the double entry system, means who actually record the journal, then they create the ledgers, okay, then they do the trial balance. So, they maintain a sophisticated and scientific accounting system. At that time, we actually make the balance sheet. Now, come to the next point. That is omission of asset and liabilities, omission of assets and liabilities cannot be easily identified. Okay, here if you miss any asset and liabilities of the particular businessman or business owner, it is very difficult because here the proper records are not maintained. Okay. So omission of asset in case of balance sheet, omission of asset and liabilities can be easily identified as omission will lead to mismatch of either side of the sides of the balance sheet. Okay, omission of asset and liabilities can be easily identified as omission will lead to mismatch of either side of the balance sheet, because we know in balance sheet that is total asset equal to total liabilities. Okay, total asset equal to total liabilities, and that chapter you already gone through, that is the equation. Okay. Equation chapter, that always in any organization balance sheet should be matched, because if total asset equal to total liability is not matching, if total asset is suppose 10 lakh and total liabilities is 9 lakh, then there is definitely some mismatch in accounts you can find. But in case of statement of affairs, any asset and liability, is there any mismatch, you cannot find out. Why? Because in case of statement of affairs, the capital actually ascertained by the balancing figure. Okay, capital here actually ascertained by the balancing figure. So whatever less in the liability side, you balancing figure is come, and that is capital. But in case of balance sheet, there is no balancing figure. Okay, all the figure you just take from the trial balance. So any mismatch is happen, so that means you have either forget to post some liabilities. Okay, if asset side is mismatch, either you forget to post any assets. Okay, so these are the main actually differences between statement of affairs and balance sheet. Now, next is what practical difficulties are encountered by a trader due to incompleteness of accounting records. What are the different difficulties you can find in case of incomplete records or single entry system? So that means what are the limitations? What are the limitations? Okay. Now, first limitation is, so limitation of accounts from incomplete records. number 1, accuracy of accounts. Accuracy of accounts. So arithmetical accuracy, arithmetical accuracy of accounts cannot be ascertained. Okay. Why? Because here in single entity system there is no trial balance, we have make. Okay. So in double entity system we make trial balance, and what is trial balance? Trial balance actually reveal the arithmetic accuracy of the accounts. Okay, but if as we do not actually make any trial balance in case of single entity system, as it is not possible, so accuracy of accounts is question. Okay, the accounts is not accurate. Okay, most of the data we actually get from the particular businessman by their oral version. Okay, not the actually recorded person. Okay. Number 2, encourage fraud. Encourage fraud. Why it is encourage fraud? As the arithmetical accuracy is not here, so you can manipulate any figure, that is you can, your asset value can be higher. Okay. Now suppose you just in a grocery shop, generally they do not follow actually the double entry system. So in that case, if you ask them the what is the value of the furniture, they will say that it is around 20,000, 25,000. So what is the right figure, 20 or 25? That you cannot be actually got, because they actually not written down anything about their assets. Okay, so and sometimes they actually increase the figure and then say to you. So that is actually encourage fraud. Number 3, difficult to ascertain correct profit or loss. Correct profit or loss. So as all the figure is not actually basis on some assumption or some not recorded actually, so it is very difficult naturally to ascertain correct profit or loss as the figure is not right. Okay. Next is number 4, difficult to analyze the true financial position. Difficult to analyze the true financial position. The true financial position. Okay. So it is difficult to analyze the true financial position. Why it is difficult? Financial position means balance sheet. So the same reason, that is here you cannot get the proper value of asset and proper value of liabilities. So in statement of affairs or balance sheet, if you make from the single entity to double entity conversion You see there we actually follow the double entry system, the conversion of single entry to double entry. There you make the balance sheet. Still there will be the figure will not be accurate because these are not the recorded or there is no arithmetical proof. They are not properly maintained their records. These are the reason. So number 5 is difficulty in comparison. Difficulty in comparison. Due to incomplete records and non-availability of previous year data. Okay. Due to incomplete records and non-availability of the previous year data, comparison is not possible. And by the same way, we can say comparison with other firms are also not possible. Okay. Now number 6 is difficult, unacceptable to tax authorities. Unacceptable to tax authorities. Now you know in your chapter that is there is a tax called goods and service tax, that is GST. So if you not properly maintain the account, the sales figure, the purchase figure, okay, is not come the actually right, and whatever profit will be ascertained, that will also not be right. So upon profit there is you have to pay the income tax. So this single entry system actually not acceptable by the tax authorities. There is income tax authorities, there is indirect tax authorities, that is goods and service tax nowadays. So these are the problem of single entry system. Even another problem we say, that is number 7, raising funds. Raising funds. So that's example I also given why we have to convert to single entry to double entry, because anytime you want to take or raise any fund from anybody, basically from the generally shopkeepers, small shopkeeper sometimes want to take loan from the bank. So at that time it is, if you just carry your diary and see the bank manager that these are the sale and purchases, they will not actually accepted your accounts. They will say you just go to some verified accountant, that is chartered accountant or cost accountant, and then you should make that is proper account you should make, that is in double entry system, and after that we will actually consider your accounts. Okay, so that is also the problem. You cannot raise your fund, because wherever you raise your fund, your accounts data will be needed. Okay, so these are the main and important theory for your examination from this chapter. So have you understood? If any query you can ask me. Debargo, can you see the board now? Okay, have you understood? Debargo. Could we discuss what is single entry system or what is incomplete records? What are the difference between statement of affair and balance sheet, and what are the limitation? Debargo, have you understood? Devargo, have you understood that if there is any query you can raise? Okay, thank you. So there is no problem. So that is the end of the class. Thank you for joining the class and best of luck for your examination. Thank you.